Hello everybody and welcome to the first of my new Misfit series featuring Daemon, the leader and founder of Bleeding Edge.
Shadows await you all.
Now, before we begin, I know there's going to be some of you saying, dude, there's already guides for the characters. My response to that is just to tell you,
Hold up. Wait a minute.
and tell you, no. This is the Misfit series. I am not here to just show you what the abilities do. I'm here to show you who these characters are and how you should actually utilize them to their full potential. None of this BS of just going in the workshop and reading mod after mod after mod and then telling you what I think might be a good idea, like in other videos that I watched that claim to be guides. But no, I'm here to tell you the stuff that I know that should help you, and what I know could help you get comfortable with the character you feel you want to give a try. First things first, let me introduce to you who exactly Daemon is with his backstory. His full real name is Daemon John Banks, and he grew up in the city of New York with his loving mother, who was an artist. But sadly, his happy childhood was cut pretty short when his mother died due to corporate complications by the corporation called Human Augment, or HA for short. It was then Daemon took matters into his own hands and prepared by training in martial arts and coding while also letting graffiti help in his fight against HA, until the day finally came where he caused the Skeleton Key incident by hacking into the Human Augment system, causing the biggest corporate data breach in history. This gave him access to vast stores of corporate data, and more importantly, large amounts of cybernetic augmentation schematics, which he released to the public, which also led a large quantity of cybernetic augment schematics to the black market, giving people easy access to top-of-the-line cyberware without having to go through official channels. After Daemon's mission was complete and he avenged his dead mother, the Urban Ninja then seeked out redemption and founded the Bleeding Edge gang to help atone for the things he's done, and to help make the world a better place by supporting and giving a home to those just like him. For those that join, he properly nicknames all of his members Misfits for all the trouble they give human augments by devising and committing hostile takeovers of their facilities that they claim to be harmless areas where they create power for the city, only to then be revealed that it's weapons the corporation have been concocting. Now that story time is out of the way, let's start getting into what you should know where Daemon excels at and where he falls short. Let's start with the pros. Daemon is a strong high-burst melee assassin that has good combo potential and does well in team play. Now for the downside, he has a very small health pool, has a hard time when focused by tanks, and relies heavily on his stealth ability to contribute significantly in team fights and when focusing down specific targets. With those simple bits of information, it's time to take it to the arena where I'll explain more. Are you ready for this, Daemon?
Let's tear it up.
Before the round starts, let me emphasize that Daemon is not, let me say it again, not a frontline DPS. Meaning you cannot be in for an extended period of time in the middle of a team fight, especially if it's not going in your team's favor. You are an assassin, so act like one. Now listen up. I don't mean use that dumb mod where you're ghosting the entire time and just hiding. No. You just want to make sure you're ghosted before heading in because of your burst from your stealth ability. What many people don't know is that you earn a massive damage boost when coming out of stealth for 2 whole seconds, meaning the moment you come out swinging, you will literally make any character pop like a balloon. Even tanks if you run another mod called Bomb It for your Shadow Strike. But I'm getting a little ahead of myself. First, let me show you how to properly burst someone down, with them being unaware of what's coming to them.
You got knocked the out, man! Give me my goddamn money. The payback's a motherfucker, ain't it?
you don't.
Do you see me laughing? I ain't laughing.
You can't hide from the shadow strike. You are so Now you see me, now you don't. Ghost.
Objective A, B. This is Chrysalis!
Now that you got a glimpse of what you should be doing as Daemon to get picks, let me now explain exactly how to properly pull off those combos and what solid set of mods synergize well with them. I'll demonstrate the combo in full motion and I'll break it down. For newcomers this may seem overwhelming, but trust me, it's actually really simple and straightforward.
Can't outrun fate.
Now to get the maximum output from this combo, you must first enter into stealth.
Ghost.
Then make sure you're locked onto the target to make sure your swings hit home. Then jump at your target and slightly drop, and right before you hit the ground, attack twice by tapping the attack button, then when your opponent is airborne, immediately shift strike into them. Then when you're close enough, press the attack button and you'll perform a spinning blade attack that will stagger your opponent in the air, and from there you can finish it off with a slam by pressing and holding down the attack button, or do a quick slash by tapping it instead and then throwing in a quick shuriken to add some bleeding damage. Let's see this one more time when everything's put together.
Ghost. Can't outrun fate. I'm outie.
Some might ask, why don't you just do it off the bat, even without stealth? Well, I'll tell you. It's because the damage is the same unless you are in stealth with the bonus. But another reason is because people can target you and hit you mid-air, which not only stops you, but also staggers you in the air, making you wide open for a brief moment. But as Daemon, you can't afford to take free damage like that with your low health pool. Next up is mods. I ain't gonna go too crazy and read you every single mod, but I'll share 2 simple mod builds that synergize well with the combos you just learned. First mod build, we got the following: Wildin' Out, Bomb It, and Trickin'. Wildin' Out is to help add the burst from your shift strike. Pretty self-explanatory. Bomb It is to help with a stronger burst from your ult, especially when done against solo targets and tanks. Then finally Trickin', to help add a little extra damage to your bonus when you come out of stealth. The second build I'll recommend just switches out Bomb It for Clinger. You usually use this when running the other ult, Death Mark, since when you ult and throw some shurikens, they hit hard and that bleed damage will chunk a huge portion of the target's health over time with the bleed. Speaking of ults, I want to share something to you that a lot of people get the wrong idea about Shadow Strike. You know the one I'm talking about, the ult that makes you look really cool hitting every person inside the circle when you activate it. Well, what if I were to tell you that isn't how you're supposed to use it? Crazy, right? Well, let me explain. Now, as you can see, I'm hitting every person in sight, but the problem is that the damage is being split between them, and keep in mind, this is the damage with the bonus, and it's only 3 people in the circle. The more people in the circle, the less damage each one will receive. Another thing to remember is that people are usually trying to get out as soon as you ult, making them take even less damage by escaping the circle. That's why I'm here to tell you to focus your ult on one specific target and watch them melt from all the focus damage from your Shadow Strike, since they're the only target in the circle. Nothing is more satisfying than seeing a target, especially a tank, just pop while inside your ult. And if you want to look really flashy while assassinating your target, you can even use Shadow Strike into your air combo. Literally just follow the same way how you would usually use the combo, except at the end, instead of attacking, just ult while the person drops to the ground and most likely die from the combo. Or at the very least, get weakened to the point you or your team can finish them off. Now I can understand you still might have a hard time landing this combo in mid-match when you start, but that's why you can sleep opponents as a way to get some good practice. However, you will have to adjust differently to perform this combo. I'll explain. You see, when you jump at your opponent, you must make sure to attack in the opposite direction and then follow up with a second attack directed at your opponent. The reason behind this is because your opponent will wake up after the first hit, and if they have stamina, they will evade out of the way before your second hit lands.
That lazy bee.
Do keep in mind that Daemon can pull off some simple combos outside of his air combo, but the reason why you do the air combo is to maximize the full potential damage to guarantee a pick onto an opponent. This doesn't mean he can't brawl if he really needs to though. On the contrary, Daemon is one of the scariest characters to duel in a 1v1 when the setting is in his favor. That and due to the fact that he has a sleep ability to stop you dead in your tracks. That's why he excels at taking out lone targets. A few more small tips for you newcomers wanting to play Daemon. Number 1. Stop wasting all your evades for no reason, especially when chasing down a target, usually a zero cool. I say this because most people forget that Daemon has a wall jump ability that requires stamina in order to perform this feat. Also, you have shurikens that slow enemies when they are struck by it. Therefore, stop wasting your evades when chasing and just throw the shuriken and then casually run them down. Trust me. Second, stop trying to force a kill when it's just not there, or you messed up. There's nothing wrong retreating to get ready again, but it is wrong when you keep chasing a target that will escape you, or even worse, kite you into their team where you will get caught out. And lastly, you are not completely invisible when using stealth. That's right, you heard me correctly. So don't try walking up to someone casually thinking that you're completely unnoticeable, because you're not. And on that note, I hope this video helped you newcomers that are wanting to learn how to improve your gameplay when taking part in the Bleeding Edge Underground Fighting Circuit. I do want to give a shout out to a good friend of mine that goes by the name Joreyo, who taught and showed me all sorts of knowledge about his favorite character Daemon. Definitely wouldn't even know half the stuff if he didn't share with me. I'll leave a link to his channel where he also shares lots of bleeding edge game tech. Whatever you do, if you happen to bump into him, don't jump. That's all you need to know. Please do like, comment, and subscribe, and thanks for watching. I hope to see you help cause chaos.